All right, and we have a question over there.
Okay, is it, John, I want to also start the conversation about a transit authority.
Okay.
I mean, we're at least 1 million people in Hidalgo County, and I don't know when San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, at what size they went into this, but I think we need to start the conversation because we have a tremendous amount of cars out there, and I think if we have a transit authority, have other options for people to move around, I think that would help us. Can you just speak a little bit about that and see what we have to do as a community to pursue that goal?
I don't actually know. I'm a former transit authority board member in Austin, but it was literally in the last century. That's how old I am. And so I'm not sure legally what it takes, Judge, but here's what I know. Transit authorities need to evolve. A penny of sales tax, which is typically what transit authorities get in Texas, is a lot of money. And fixed route buses are not the future of modern transportation. So much as when we did the medical school, the new medical school up in Austin, and to some degree the new one down here too, that I worked with the UT Board of Regents on, you're kind of starting from whole cloth. So we could invent a transit authority that was more reflective of the modern economy and how modern transportation happens. What it really means is the transit authority becomes the financial enabler of transportation as opposed to necessarily the provider of the service. So that's a long conversation, but we could do some interesting things potentially.
And then it leads to transit-oriented development along the stops or
Sure.
along the route. And I think that's why, I ran the unsuccessful campaign in San Antonio for light rail, and then 3 years later, I ran the successful light rail campaign in Houston for Houston's metro rail system. San Antonio accepted the loss and chose to move to the advanced rapid transit phenomenon. To John's point, you're no longer on a fixed route with fixed rail, but it is a higher speed bus with fewer stops that can be moved depending upon where the growth of the city moves. If the growth moves from east to west, well, then you can reroute the routes, which you can't do with a fixed rail.
That's right.
Fixed route.
Okay.